It's loading.
Evening, folks. Thanks for coming in. Tonight we have, I forgot your name, Through the Veil for Paranormal, sorry, and Paranormal Underworld. Thanks for coming in, guys. How are you both?
Oh, great. Everybody.
I can't believe I forgot your name there. How embarrassing is that? That's bad, then.
You want me to stick it up there for you?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It was just one of these wee mental block, just you got to say something, you forget all about it. Oh, it's on your talk, right? If you stand up against that wall, I'll be able to, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Veil, is it? Is it Veil? Is that right? Is that right,
Yeah.
Veil?
Yeah. They call me Veal, but it's Veil.
Veal.
Anyway, I watched your video this morning, your Halloween special, which was Hi Mr. Cat, which is pretty good. Can you tell us how you where you get the ideas from and how you put it together? Except about the granny in it, of course.
Yeah. I had actually been working on this for months. I said, I want to put together a Halloween parody. And first it started off in my head to actually make fun of us. I knew I was going to have two characters, maybe three. And I was going to actually have the Bubba character like beating a rug to make fake orbs and stuff like that because people call it dust. And I thought, you know what? People are going to think that I fake videos. So I said, what I want to do is I'm actually going to throw it into a family parody and get out some of the channels and stuff that I go into and, kind of support them. I said, throw out their names. I said, just make it funny. So, yeah, I started going in, of course I go into the chats anyways, but I started picking out everybody's little alter egos and things that they say and they do. Or, I use their icon if they didn't have, like a little thing or something. So, yeah, I just started, writing them all down and, just trying to characterly figure out how I'm going to put all this together. And the one spoof in the basement, when I actually tripped over a vacuum cleaner, I said, I'm already dirty, so I'm just going to, make a fainting spell. So, yeah, that's how that one occurred. But, yeah, it was fun. I watched Drag King, not the Drag Queen. I watched Drag King videos to learn how to do the beard and stuff for Bubba. It was hilarious. My neighbors thought there was a dude out here, but
Yeah. So you had a lot of fun filming it, I take it.
oh, it was hilarious. And at times, I'm like, man, I don't want to get out there and do it today, and I don't want to upset my spirits. And Jack's over here. He's like, hey, you're almost done. You got to get it finished. I'm like, yes, I know.
So as I say, it took me a couple of minutes before I actually clicked on at the start that it was you. That was,
Yeah.
Sarah was the same. I was sitting watching it, and it was one of the cases where I don't know if you've ever done it. You've been sitting watching somebody or something, and you think, I know that face, I know that person. But it just won't drop, and then eventually, the penny will drop. So where did you actually film it?
I filmed it here at my house.
So it was all done in your house. That was your basement, was it?
Yeah, that was my entire house.
Everybody in the chat who's not seen Vale's Halloween special, go and give it a watch. It's well worth it. It's funny and it's really well put together and what have you. It's on your channel. Is that right?
Yep. It's Through the Veil.
If you go to Vale's channel and give it a wee watch, it's really good. Except the photograph. Could you not get a better photograph of Granny?
That's the only one I found. And I actually got Chaos's live stream. I think that's where I found it.
If you'd mailed her, she would have sent you one for your glamour modelling days, when she lived in the Playboy mansion and that, she would have sent you one for there gladly. Her hair was still the same, but, it would have been different.
I know to grab a hold of her next time.
That guy thought she was an ugly woman. That hurt Granny's feelings, but she's fine. I think she's recovered now for the shock. It's not the first time she's been called ugly.
If Bubba
So,
said sorry.
I think she missed that, but I think she was just too overwhelmed with being called ugly that everything else is just a blur, you know. And I was really, really surprised. It was really, really good. So, a big thumbs up for Sarah and I anyway. But if everybody in the chat, go and give it a watch after. It's really worth your while. So, Jack, so this is the first time we've actually spoke face to face, near enough face to face. I know we bumped into each other in chat once in a while. So, to be honest with you, I don't really know much about you. Can you tell us how you get into the paranormal and whatnot?
Well, there was a little known TV show. Well, actually, it was big then. About 75. I'm showing my age here. Leonard Nimoy, and the show was called In Search Of,
Right.
and that's what sparked my journey.
I remember Leonard Nimoy had been Spock in Star Trek.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he was in a couple of Columbos as well. I remember for that. So In Search Of, what was that a paranormal program or one of these unsolved mystery kind of things?
It was kind of a combination of both. It was trying to solve mysteries about, Bigfoot and ghosts and cryptids, all different types of things. So that's what sparked my interest. And then, I didn't even actually get really into it until like 2014. No, I take that back. 91.
91.
91, I started investigating UFOs.
And then it just built up from there. Was it just solely UFOs back then you were interested in it?
Then it was, yes. But then I started getting interested in doing all aspects of the paranormal, and I just got like a cassette recorder and a flashlight and a Polaroid camera.
So what was your first investigation like?
It wasn't too bad. I mean, I didn't really catch anything, and I wasn't really patient with it. And I got a little frustrated with it, because we all know that ghosts don't act on command. So, I kind of slacked off of it for a few years, but it wasn't until like 2014 that I joined my first team. After having a encounter where I could see shadows going across my kitchen wall, like it was leaving my apartment. It kept going back and forth. It kept coming and going, which that was kind of bizarre. But then shortly after that, I joined my first team, and then I started my own team slightly after that. And I left that team after a year. And I've been a freelance investigator ever since.
Or is you do freelance? So do you kind of out all the time investigating?
I try to, but it's kind of hard when you're by yourself, because there's a golden rule number 1: don't investigate anywhere by yourself. In case if there's an accident or something, you slip, and hit your head or fall through a hole in the floor or something. I mean, who's going to pick up the phone and call 911?
Well, that's true. That's true. It's kind of health and safety comes first, always. Yeah. So, have you ever had any kind of encounters where you think I'm never going back there again?
Me personally, no. Never.
Nothing.
Fearless.
Yeah, they call me fearless leader.
So you're a Billy me, then you're one of these guys who'll basically go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know there's quite a few teams out there, and they hear, you know, about a certain location, so no chance would ever go there, and you know. But I think there's no really anywhere I wouldn't go, because at the end of the day, I mean, my way of thinking is if you're scared to get into a place, then what's the point of doing it?
Right.
You know, that's the way I look at it. I don't think Vale's. I think Vale's along the same way of thinking as well.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
I'll give it a once over once. I mean, maybe twice. All depends how bad it really is. I mean, what am I lying? I'll always end up going back.
you know, you get scared once, you get back again. You know, it's these ghost shows where you see them, they go in a building, and 5 minutes later, they'll hear a twig snapping or something, and they run out the door screaming. You know.
Yeah, or they hear a turkey vulture hissing and they think it's a demon.
It's always a demon. What's your views on that, Jax? You know, these ghost shows. I'm not putting any of them down, you know, but there is a few out there, and everything's demonic, you know.
Mm-hmm. I even hate to use that word.
With demonic.
Yeah. I don't like it. Because you're right.
I think it's more for effect, the use of that word, really. I think if you're watching a ghost show and you hear that word, people's ears prick up and think, oh, you know, let's watch this. So it's kind of, I think it's more kind of fear factor and to get people to watch it. So the two of you are starting your own channel up.
Yeah.
Shrouded Darkness. How did that come about?
Well, how do you want to take this there, Jax?
Just tell it how it went down.
Oh, okay, how it went down. Okay, well.
You don't remember?
Yeah, I remember quite well, but.
Okay.
Don't get me blushing here. Anyway, well, I met Jax over here, and he is a really great investigator. He retains a lot of knowledge, great, for locations. And we were sitting around and we was making the joke one day of, well, I was making the joke of always being like Lorraine Warren. I look up to her, beautiful woman, beautiful soul, what she was into, what she liked to do. And I'd really like to pick up, where they had left off in the paranormal field. I mean, what they were doing was, magnificent of getting known. Some things everybody us, they thought they were crazy too. And I said, I'd always love to find my Ed because, that way I could have someone that accepts me to be as strange as I am too. So Jack's over here. He's like, well, I always thought that too, kind of looking for my Lorraine. And, we kind of, hit it off from there. And so I kind of wanted to do, the psychic medium talking to the spirits parts, like Lorraine did. He can, know the history, do the nasty work. I'm leaving it up to him, we'll just say. And we decided, him not working alone. I have my daughter, so I'm kind of alone. I said, we don't need to be working alone. I said, I think we would be a bomb together. Bring our channels together with, your knowledge of things and the way I do things. And I think we could really hit it off as a really great channel and bring people, history, spirits, investigation, equipment. A lot of things that, involve the true paranormal investigation, networking in what we do. I think we could do that together.
Is that a wee hint of romance I see coming there as well? Just so you said you were blushing, and you went.
I didn't say a word.
Look, because I can see the two of you smiling there. That's it.
Well, I tried to put it in there as, Ed and Lorraine,
No, well, congratulations to both of you, if there's a wee flame of romance burning in the background and fire in, as we say in Scotland, Yeah. I'll just say quite hello everybody in the chat. See who's getting Ghost Ops, Nicole, Dolby,
Nicole,
Mr. Cat, Steve's here as usual. If he's finished his chocolate, that is. Or a guy loves his chocolate. And when he can't get chocolate, he eats quavers. Well, so he tells me anyway. Thanks for coming in, folks. All you're all safe and doing well this evening. So, what's the plans for you? Kind of for your channel? I mean, not for you both, you two. I mean, for the channel.
Well, we bring to the table over 60 years of experience. So we hope to go to, like, as she was saying before we went on the air, that, we're thinking about getting a motorhome and traveling the country and going to the most notorious and biggest and most haunted places in America. And hopefully even across the pond.
And I would also like to help out private families, if they have, problems. I would like to reach out to them and help them and the spirits. The spirits need help as much as people do too. So, I want to work in all aspects is kind of where I was shooting with it.
Yeah. I
think it would be really good because you 60 years experience between both of you, and obviously both of you have got your own individual experiences and bits of expertise and what Vale, what you might not be good at, Jack's might be, and vice versa, and
Right.
you can learn off each other as well. And a lot, as you say, like Ed, Marie, and Warren, they were a sensational team. Not just couple wise, but I'm talking in paranormal side that they were a sensational team that way. I think it's a brilliant idea. And I'll definitely be keeping a close eye to what he's up to. But
I would really like to. Oops, sorry.
The RV idea sounds really, really good. Sounds like a kind of perfect way to do it.
Yeah, so I'd like to get into, some lectures and stuff like that, like they did, inform people about the true paranormal field, what goes on in that aspect. You got a lot of these younger people that are getting into it. I would like to see them to get into it the right way, show them, it's not all bells and whistles. And, I don't think demons are going to, get you all the time, but you need to be safe. You need to know what you're doing. You need to be respectful. Just have, some little lectures of people that are getting into this, introduce them to some equipment and some things that they can and cannot do,
That's good because, say, Vale, we've had you on quite a few times, and Jack, I spoke to you in chats before. So this is the first time we've had you on the channel, but I know myself, the two of you are genuine people, and, if young ones are wanting to learn, then in my opinion, the best ones to learn from, because you'll get other people out there that will, say, right, I can teach you about the paranormal, and they'll take them down a whole wrong road, a whole different road. Whereas I think both of you together, it'd be the best education they could get, and it's genuine. And as you say, Vale, it's you'll be telling them, look, it's not all sunshine and roses. Bad things can happen, etc. So, no, I think it's a pretty good idea. So, if it sounds great, Vale and Jack, that's with Dobby. Have you got any kind of favourite locations mapped out yet?
I think we're actually going to start our first video drop. I don't know if we're going to be able to do a live on that, but we are planning a trip to Ohio with Ghost Ops that is down there. We are going to the Moundsville Penitentiary, and I think that's going to be, even though we've collaborated together before, it was more, my channel vacation kind of thing. I think this is going to be our first drop on Shrouded Darkness as a team working together.
That was actually going to be my next question. You
Sorry,
see when you get that. you're going to get the RV and you're going to travel around. I was going to ask you, I know there's a lot of teams over in America. I was going to ask, he's planning to maybe hook up with various teams as he's make your way around.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I would love to meet with anybody and everybody. I mean, even people that say, "Hey, I want to go something with you," or I don't call it ghost hunting, but like to go investigating. Sure, come on, let's go do something. Just because I may get a little bigger in status or whatever, I'm not going to be the big fam bam. Thank you, man. Woo. No, I'm just going to be me no matter what. I mean, if you want to go with us and go investigating, come on. More the merrier.
I mean, we're the type of people, we don't even care about, subs or, and making money. I mean, when we go on investigations, we don't charge anything for our services. So we're not in for the money or for the glory or anything. We just want to get out there and teach people and to help, the spirits and the living all at the same time.
Right. And have fun doing it. I mean, I love just getting out there and, I'll see something that I want to experience with you guys and, oh, I got to drop this video. They've got to see this. And it's just, it's fun for me. And I want to experience, share that experience with you. It's, free for me to give it out there to you. I mean, it might cost me a little gas here and there, but that's kind of what we make merch for, gas. Okay. So that's the only place our money really goes.
Especially food as well. For gas and food in an RV, I suppose it is. I think it probably would be. I mean, as Jack says, it's not about the subs. I think a lot of, I don't know, offence to them, I'm not going to name it, but I think there's quite a few people who are subs driven these days. And that's the main thing, that they just want to go out there and get subs. And to me, all right, everybody likes to get subs, everybody likes to see their wee number climbing up, whether it's, quickly or trickles up slowly, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's not about the subs, as you say, it's about getting out there and educating people. If you can educate even one person,
Right.
to do it the right way, then as far as I'm concerned, job's done.
Correct.
That's it. A lot of people think you need to educate, maybe 50 to 100 people in that, but even one person, then you've been out and you're set out to do because that person could go on and teach other folk, and so it can carry on. But to say one person, job's done.
It's kind of like that ripple in the pond effect. You throw one stone in there and it's going to go outwards. I mean, just over that one little person you helped. I mean,
and that's weird. I call it a snowball effect. Just keeps going.
Yeah.
That's I don't know if that's just a Scottish thing or not. I call it a snowball effect.
I don't roll that well.
I mean, the money side as well, as you say, gas and food. That's it. You get these. I know we get them in Britain. You get these teams who go into houses and they'll charge like, £200-300, which is maybe maybe $400, around about that, to do an investigation of somebody's house and say, you've got it's demonic. You've got a demon. You need to get it outside. Where it could be faulty pipes or something making a noise. I've seen a few documentaries where teams have done that, and it turns out it's a fault with the actual house, whether it's piping or the heating system or something, that the noise, and people say, that's a demon. You've got a demon. You need to get that demon out. Give us £300 and we'll kick him out for you.
Yeah, that's crazy. I would never do that. I'd walk in and, check the heating electrical system. I'll do a spiritual assessment or something. See if I could talk to, I just go see one walk by or something, check it out on all different aspects. I mean, grumbly pipes might be sounded like a demon in the walls. You never know. I mean, debunk. And if you can't debunk it, then it's got to be something else. And then you can go further into that aspect, and it's not always a demon. And I've run into it several times, and I've said it. that it just might be an angry spirit that, I can imagine, if I've been gone for 100 years, 200 years, heaven forbid, longer than that, and you're unable to communicate what you want, you're unable to get across to people your feelings, that you're hurt that they're doing this to your house, or you're upset that this is going on. So eventually, that energy is going to build up, and it's going to manifest into either occurrences in your home. Pictures going to slide off, dishes are going to fall, doors. It could even manifest into something worse of, people getting scratches, bruises. They're trying to lash out. And sometimes it just takes somebody who's gifted that can talk to spirits and calm them down. They just need an ear. A lot of people, I know someone got mad at me about it before, but it really is a psychiatrist to the ghost. I mean, that's what I call it. Go in there and talk to them. Give them an ear. Give them a voice of what they need to tell somebody. And at a lot of times, it will calm everything down. You need to do this. You need to make sure your kids aren't running through there because he don't like you running through there. Maybe just walk a little softly, or don't be playing the music too loud, or, make sure your dishes are washed at night. You never know.
Right.
That's it. It's just, I mean, we're the exact same spirit as we are, in the physical set. I always say with the physical body, as far as I'm concerned. So, as you say, don't play your music too loud. You get people in the physical that hate loud music. So, that will carry on to, after pass on. And if you get teenagers, whatever, maybe loud music partying every weekend, if you're there, you're going to be saying, turn it down a wee bit, and you will get frustrated at it, and all you're wanting is somebody just to listen to you. You're trying to get that message across to them.
Yeah.
And the longer it takes, the more frustrating that obviously it will get for people. So I think a lot of people mistake that for that word again, Jack. I'm not going to use it, but that word again.
The big D.
We'll call it the D word. Is that okay, my man? Is that okay, buddy? Call it the D word. A lot of people just jump on it,
Yeah. It's unexplained, and that's the first thing. They see these movies and everything. Well, this is what happens in the movies when you have a demon. Okay, no, not necessarily. That's Hollywood. That's what Hollywood makes a demon out to be. You just might have grandpa over there that don't like your kids. I don't know.
Judge, you always get somebody as well who maybe say, "I've seen this in a film. I know all about it. I've watched that film. I'm an expert." They've maybe watched The Exorcist or something once, and they all of a sudden become they become an expert on it. I watched The Exorcist last night. I'll handle this. And they run in the door. I've known a couple of people like that, not necessarily in the paranormal, but they'll maybe watch an episode of Top Gear and they'll think they're a car mechanic the next day. I watched Top Gear last night. I can replace an engine, sort of thing. And I dare say you'll get that in the paranormal as well. Because I've watched Salem's Lot or something like that. They're an expert on witchcraft and stuff, So, what's your views on, Jax? What's your views on witchcraft? Are you into that kind of field there?
What's my thoughts on what?
Witchcraft.
Witchcraft. The witchcraft side, paranormal.
You know what? They're just like everyday people. I get no problem with it. They're practicing their religion, paganism. I got no problem with it. I know quite a few witches. One of them is a high priestess.
Do you not find that sometimes as soon as you say the word witch, you just get, a lot of people get this image in their head. They're being burnt at the stake or being hung with their long hair and,
the warts on the nose and the chin.
Aye, exactly. As soon as I think that word witch just carries that image. Well, there was a question. I was just talking about witches. I was going to ask both of you what you thought about this. I've been watching on TV. You probably heard about Pendle Hill in England. Never heard of Pendle Hill. It's a lot like Salem.
Okay.
The Pendle Hill witch trials happened back in 1612, and it was basically about 10 women that were accused of witchcraft, and they were convicted and executed for it. One of them was lucky enough; she died in prison before she could be tortured and executed. But I was listening to something today, and the guy was saying that one of them, who was executed in life, she was actually quite a pleasant girl, quite a pleasant lady, but they picked up on her spirit, and she seems to be a right witch now, basically evil. And they were talking to this guy, and this guy was saying, well, that's because in this life she was a good soul, but because she was wrongly accused and executed, her whole personality changed when she passed over. And I was sitting there thinking about it. I thought, well, I don't know, do you think that's possible? Or I thought I need to ask the panel tonight what they think of that one, and anybody in the chat as well, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, she feels like she was, wrongly accused. I mean, she went to the grave mad. I mean, that would change her whole personality. I mean, I think if I went to the grave mad, then I would just be mad still.
Yeah.
It was the first time I'd heard a theory like that, so I was kind of 50-50 whether that was possible or not. It's, I thought I need to ask, because I'm not an expert in the paranormal by any means. So I think you're learning something different every day when it comes to the paranormal. I'll just chat a quick check. If anybody's got any questions for the panel, just pop them in, folks. Feel free to drop your links as well.
Yeah, but I think the witches are just a lot misunderstood, just like, with, mediums, psychics, and stuff like that. I mean, a lot of your witches that, I do know, and I don't even like using the word witches, I mean, but that's what they are, which I guess. But they're just earth children, really. I mean, they're in commune with the trees and the earth and the planets and the stones. And, they have that connection, or they have a broader connection than a lot of people have with the spirit world. I mean, they connect with it on different levels. And, there are just a lot of misunderstanding of what they do. I mean, a lot of them, they have their herbs and their teas and stuff. And I guess you think, my grandma was a witch too, because she made herbal medicines and stuff like that. And back then, all that was misunderstood. It was unknown. So therefore, they was making concoctions and stuff to magically heal people when they weren't magically healing people with stuff that was actually working. So therefore, they misunderstood, and they're a witch, and we need to get rid of them because they calling Satan in, and Satan's helping them cure people. I don't know where that went, but anyway, that's yeah. So they're not all bad. We're all connected in a way, and
that's
so.
As you say, it's the grands and grandma and what have you with potions and I mean, I remember my gran used to have these weird things. She would tell you do like if you get a kind of boil or a blister, she would say put sugar and soap on it, and another one she used to say put margarine and soap on it on a bit of plaster and put it on your arm. You used to think, what are you talking about, gran? Margarine and soap and margarine and sugar, you think. And so, I don't know, she would be considered a witch back then, mixing, stuff up like that. But I think it was a good way to get rid of people as well.
Yeah. There is a saying out there too. It's the oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear. And the oldest and strongest kind of fear is fear of the unknown. And it's by H.P. Lovecraft. And it's true. It's absolutely true. Everyone's afraid of the unknown. There's no need to be.
Yeah, and a lot of these people, I mean, they were actually, hiding from, people trying to hunt them down, and they would go out in the woods at nighttime and get their herbs and their berries and stuff like that. So, you automatically think nighttime and dark, and they're out there lurking around and digging in the earth, and all they was getting their stuff for their medications and stuff that they was making, wanting to be left alone, and they're getting lynched for it.
Yep.
But because they were seen to go out at night, people probably thought, that's them calling upon the devil. Or so, that's the best time to get a hold of Satan's at night time, because he's not really busy then or something.
Yeah, right. He's busy during the day.
It's usually 9 to 5, Dobie lives near Pendle Hill. The Pendle Hill area, so easy point the thing if you want to get rid of somebody back then. It was Dobie, say Pendle Hill, you had the two rival families, and they were both into, I might have this wrong, but they're both into selling potions and, medicines and what have you. And part of the trouble was competition. And, they started pointing the finger at each other. And it was a lot of it was done for money or for land as well. Land was obviously quite a big deal back then. So, if I can get rid of Mary, I can get her 5 fields basically. So the finger was pointed. Mary, you're a witch, and as you both know, my mum loved to put vinegar on all sorts of. But my mum used to put it in a wash thing or a bee sting. That's what she put on you. A bottle of vinegar. Right, there you go, son. That'll be you fixed. And you were standing in agony, for the sting. And she would just pour this vinegar onto you and send you back outside to play. So she was a bit of a witch, actually, I'd say, doing that. As soon as the sorry, there.
I said my granny put tobacco on stings, on bee stings and stuff like that. It actually numbs it, and I don't know. It actually works.
Huh.
And she used dirt daubers for like diaper rash and stuff like that. That works too, because I guess bees have a certain antibiotic stuff that they put into their nest for their pupa, their babies or whatever. So that spit is within the dirt dauber. So she would crush it into a powder, and you can use it for a lot of things, like rashes and.
Is that a book? Is that an insect? A dirt dauber?
Dirt dauber.
Never heard of it. We don't have them here.
I think I have a couple in the windows, probably.
Never heard of it.
You're talking about like a mud wasp, right?
Yeah, they make their little mud homes that they build out their spit in door frames and stuff, and they got little holes in there because they burrow up in there.
Yeah,
it's a wasp. Imagine if I knew. I know right where I could find one for
you. Max Pendle Hill was meant to be like Wembley Stadium at Halloween. I was watching the documentaries on it. And it's meant to be absolutely mobbed at Halloween. It's one of the biggest hotspots in the UK for investigations. Yeah. I remember when we were young, every time we go to the dentist and get a tooth out, my gran used to give us hot milk with bread mixed in.
My granny used to put salt on everything. Anything that bleeds, she put salt on it. You're talking about hurts.
Ouch.
Yeah. We are fresh out of dirt daubers, guys.
My dad's favourite was aftershave on everything. That'll kill it. That'll pour aftershave into a cut.
Ooh.
you're 10 years old, you've been outside playing and you cut yourself free, you expect your parents to help you. And you get back in the house and your dad grabs up all this stuff and pours it on you and it just makes it 10 times worse, you know.
Okay, this is a dirt dauber. It's like it's a little mud.
Yep.
They
Right, aye.
bring it in because I don't know if he's actually in there, but
As a wee kind of bee house or something, you know. Do they get inside?
they take mud in their little wasp legs and they spit on it and they make these little houses and they burrow in the wintertime and they have their babies and stuff in there.
I thought it'd be anything like that over here.
Yeah.
I mean,
We get them all over. I mean, our window sills and there's
you've seen it
actually
once.
quite some big ones.
I don't get. I take it, Steve. You're talking about the aftershave on the wounds and stuff. Just pour it in. It's really a sadistic, but when you think of what your parents used to do to you when you were young, you know. As I say, I was saying there, Vale, whenever we went to the dentist to get a tooth out, my gran would make his hot milk and put bread in it and force you to eat it. It's disgusting, I know. But this is supposed to have helped you.
I
You
don't
know.
sound tasty at all. I think I'd really take the burning salt. I don't know. Just get it over with.
Wash your mouth out with hot salt water as well. That was another one.
Yeah, that's nasty.
You know, it was really the most disgusting thing. But thanks for that wee nature lesson there, Vale. That was.
You're welcome.
I've watched a few documentaries in America, and some of the things you have over there are just horrendous. You know, insect flies and stuff. You know, dragonflies the size of planes and what have you. You know,
They're not that big. Maybe like the size of your hand, wingspan and all.
See, we don't get any insects over here like that. Even our spiders, and compared to like America and Australia, our spiders are tiny.
No, we get some spiders. No, I don't deal with spiders.
See, near the app, and over here, I'll shout Scott and I'll be like, there's a monster in here, come through and get it. And it'll be like, yeah, but that.
Right.
That is
No, it's
that
like-
is stuff over here. That is what you would compete, like, what you would say.
no. Tell the truth, Sarah. When you say there's a monster, you know, she will say there's a monster in the living room, and I'll go. You know, I don't go running in. I kind of just casually stroll because I know it's going to be like the end of that pen. You know, about that, and you're searching for about an hour for this monster. You know, she's like, it's there. And you think, wait, see what that wee black dot, you know.
That's what I thought when Vale yelled, there's a big spider on a live stream one night. And I was like, yeah, sure. It's probably this little dinky little thing. And she goes, oh, you want to see it? Yeah, let's see it. Thing was, it was bigger than my fist.
Wow.
I'm dead serious. It was bigger than a 2x4.
Yeah, his legs were over the edge of the 2x4, and I was going to leave him alone. I was going to let him go about his business. I was going to catch him and release him outside. But in my defense, he jumped on me. So after that, he went to heaven.
He might still be kicking about. He might still be about somewhere.
I'll deal with ghost spiders.
I know it's maybe an insane question, but what's your take on spirit insects? Do you think we get them as well?
I think everything has a soul. Everything has an energy. Everything is connected to the earth. We are connected to the earth. So everything has a spirit, a soul. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
So every spider I've squashed in here could still be crawling about somewhere.
Murder, yeah.
Oh, don't even say that. Don't even say that.
I mean, energy cannot be destroyed. I mean, it can only be refurbished. I mean, in a way. So, yeah.
I'll just need to sit all the way back here and put my legs up my desk. Now that you've said that.
It's really, really bad. I've got one phobia and it's wasps. I cannot stand wasps. I get stung. Well, a long time ago when I was a teenager, I get stung 22 times. We were in a forest and it was we were running through this forest and the guy in front of me, it was a few feet in front of me, he was running and he kicked a wasp hive. Of course, I was the day that was running behind him and they all kind of came up and took it out on me. So 22 times I get stung, which wasn't the best experience in my life. So since then, I've got a phobia about wasps. But Sarah's just got a phobia about everything, basically. Could be a moth, could be a spider, anything. And she just, it's the scream that gets me. Just the wah, the monsters. When I'll be in 10 minutes. I'll get it in 10 minutes. And then the wee one will come in. She'll be like that. Dad, there's a huge spider in the living room. You need to come and get it. It's a big monster. You think, where is it? I'm not sexist or anything like that, saying all women are the same. Just every woman I've met seems to be scared of them. I don't know why it is.
Do you know what really annoys me though? Daddy long legs.
They're supposed to be the most poisonous, but their fangs cannot penetrate the human skin, so that's why we can play with them.
I didn't even know they had fangs.
Yeah, they have fangs. They're supposed to be the most poisonous, but they can't penetrate the skin because their little fangs are not big enough.
Yep. You shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that, Bill. She'll be, every time you see her, she'll be out in the garden.
Well, you know why most of the people in the insane asylum are really crazy is because they use more than 10% of their brains, and they could see these millions and millions of years of spiders, spirits, and it's probably why, they're either getting them off their skin or they actually see these things on them. I mean, they're probably not crazy. They're probably just actually seeing this stuff, and they're seeing so much of it. If you can imagine, by the time the earth was created until now, if spirits and stuff are spirits, imagine how many there are and how many you would see.
Well, that's true. It's a lot. It really is a lot. There's Steve. Steve made a nice wee comment there. I hope he's haven't eaten yet.
Fried daddy long legs.
Yeah, I'm good. I see people eat fried tarantulas and actually use their legs as toothpicks. Where's that? Over in the Philippines or somewhere. One of them, like rainforest countries where they eat the fried tarantulas. And I'm like, eh. It was on a documentary.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
6'4", so a little girl sees a spider. Some of the things that they eat, in different countries would just, turn your stomach. Who's that? Steve saying that's can't get rid of that one.
Yeah, because I had a friend of mine from Venezuela that ate that.
Sarah's pressing the button the same time. I'm trying to get a comment on. Sarah's hit the buttons. We done that the other night. A comment kept appearing and disappearing. I couldn't want, and then I clicked on. Sarah was pressing the button same time as me. You know what I mean? So I'll leave. What I'll do is I'll take my hand off the button altogether and just let Sarah do it.
That's
Otherwise,
happened recently on my channel.
Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You'll be seeing the same comment for about 10-15 minutes coming back and forward.
I had to take my hands off the wheel.
Oh no, don't do it. Don't do it in your RV.
How could you even swallow a daddy long legs?
You what?
How could you even swallow a daddy long legs?
You know how many crawl in your mouth a night and you don't know it?
In a lifetime? Thousands.
It could have been. It could have been singing at the time or something, going along on his bike.
It was singing.
And it's hard to me. I've done it. you know, swallowed a bug. You get a bug in the back of your throat, and you think you're dying as well, don't you? I don't know if it's ever happened to you. You think you're dying, you get a wee bug in the back of your throat. You know what I mean?
He said he was hungry. I don't think I'd want to eat one of these wee things for my dinner.
He ran out of Mars bars, I think. That's probably what it was. He ran out of Mars bars.
Oh. Hate them.
Those look like those things that fly around over here at nighttime. What are those? They're not is that a mosquito?
Look like a male mosquito to me.
It's a crane. Daddy Longlegs, we call them, but I actually think the proper name for it is a crane fly. Yeah, it is crane fly.
My scene is battered Mars bars in Scotland. You know, but I've never actually tried one. I don't know if you know what a battered Mars bar is. So a deep fried Mars bar.
I've heard about them. I haven't tried them. I tried deep fried Oreos. That wasn't too bad. I mean, a little greasy, but not too bad.
Well, deep fried Mars bars was a craze. It started off in Glasgow. I'm originally from Glasgow, and that's what some guy in a chip shop. I don't know why he would think it even, but he had the idea to deep fry a Mars bar, and it became popular with, you know, clubbers at night time, like 2 or 3. There's one there.
I imagine it'd be good because the caramel and all the chocolate would be melted whenever you bit into it hot. I mean,
it does look quite nice.
No, it's not that.
It's like a heart attack waiting to happen.
I'll stick to gator.
Alligator.
Deep fried alligator. Yep.
I don't know. I don't know that one.
I'm real good there too. That's like saying deep fried rattlesnakes. Yeah, okay.
Tastes like chicken.
No, it don't.
I think everything tastes like chicken. That's the kind of pot. Everything tastes like chicken. I know people eat like crocodile, alligator, you know, that kind of. I've never heard of them deep frying them. You know, must be an American thing. We were talking to somebody the other night. I can't remember who it was. They love crocodile. Crocodile steaks is one of their favourite foods. And obviously we don't get a lot of crocodiles and alligators in Scotland.
It was what's her name? Ghost Bitches.
Oh, she's from Australia, Melbourne.
Yeah, that's who it was.
She's from Melbourne, and she was saying, "Oh, I love crocodile steaks," you know, and you just can't comprehend that. A mosquito hawk. I don't know what was eating gator. It's just with pest control. But I mean, I watch a lot of Gordon Ramsay and stuff like that, and a couple of things, and these other where they tour different countries, and you know, America as well. And some of the things Americans eat, I just don't know how you do it. To be honest, you know, like rattlesnake and stuff like that, different kind of spiders and you know, it's just couldn't do it. You know, sorry.
That's what she says too. But if you're in a life and a death situation, well, that's all you have. You're gonna eat all kinds of nasty stuff that you've never even thought of eating.
You know what? There's turtles, there's squirrels, there's rabbits, there's deer. There's all things that I can eat other than foraging for grubs underneath some log somewhere. I will go catch some. I'll catch a fox and eat it. I don't care. I'm not eating no grubs. I ain't eating no mealworms.
Do you kill the gators? Do you use a crossbow? I tell you, that's for you, Jax.
No to both.
No crocodile, no gators were harmed in the making of the video. I like to have a wee bit in your video, Vale. No spirits were harmed as well.
No, I just think I'm crazy now.
The video. No, I don't think I could reduce myself eating bugs and stuff like that. You know, is with that. I don't know if you've ever seen the I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, the Jungle program. I don't know if you get that over there.
I know they have like the Naked and Afraid,
But
stuff like that. But
this one's it's about celebs, and they put them in the jungle for like 3 weeks or something, and
Yeah.
every day to do a different trial. And one of the trials is what an eating contest, you know, and the guy brings a plate out with the lid on it, and they've got to eat whatever's under the lid. And you know, it can be like camel's testicle, you know, crocodile penis, witchy grubs and stuff like that, and they need to sit there and eat it. And no, I think I'd rather just starve.
yeah, we're good.
Sounds
Hey,
like
Ron.
Survivor versus Fear Factor.
It's pretty gross, you know. But the thing is, mate, this program's been going for, I don't know, maybe 10. Dobby might be able to tell us, Steve might be able to tell me better. 10 years now or something. And everybody knows what it's about, you know, and these celebs go in, and obviously they get paid X amount for their time in the jungle. And this trial that they do is probably the most famous trial out of a lot of them. And every time they go up, they always say, I didn't expect to be eating that. I didn't see that coming. This is a surprise. But they all know what they're in for, you know. You're going to be eating a crocodile penis or something at some point during your stay in the jungle.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
Just get the hot dog bun.
Yeah.
But the granny visited from Scotland. The gran looks like granny. What's he saying? How come your gran looks like granny from Scotland? I was a long lost sister. She's quite a scary woman. Dobby doesn't watch it. But if you ever get a chance, you need to watch I'm a Celeb, Get Me Out of Here, because, you know, it's the eating trial. The whole idea is for every bug they eat or every thing they eat, they get a meal for the camp. So, you know, it's kind of like 10 different things you need to eat, and if you eat 10, you get 10 meals. And sometimes the producers will show you, they'll give them two choices. They'll give them a big cooked meal or a witchy grub. So, right, what do you want to eat? You pick. You know, if you eat the meal, you're out. You eat the witchy grub, you might get a meal. It's pretty gross, you know what I mean? So, Jax, what's the sort of worst thing you've ever eaten?
I don't think I've ever had anything that's really bad. Oh, yes, I can name one thing. It's like if I get like a grinder sandwich or a submarine sandwich or something, and there's sauerkraut on it, nasty. But fresh sauerkraut, I can eat. If it's not fresh, I can't eat it. But I've had all kinds of crazy things. I've had alligator. I've had buffalo. I've had snake. I've had chocolate-covered grasshoppers.
That's just bad. That's just wrong.
Tastes like Rice Krispies.
But then I'll eat a Rice Krispie. That's nasty.
It's got the crunch and everything.
How can you hate cauliflower? That's shocking. I love cauliflower.
Have you seen these guys who've ate chocolate-covered grasshoppers?
I forgot where I got them from, too.
I was going to ask.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember. This was like 25 years ago. I don't know. I don't know where I got them from. All I know is that I had them. I had about like 10 of them.
I suppose the chocolate would have masked the taste.
I don't know.
The thing I was going to ask where you got them from, because the question I've got in my head now is who came up with the idea? Who would look at a grasshopper and think about dipping it in chocolate?
Right?
Do you know?
Well, you'd be surprised. I mean, they get lollipops that have little scorpions in it.
But they're poisonous, are they not?
No, they take the poison out.
I think Jax is having a wee laugh at our expense here. Scorpions on a stick.
Yeah, scorpions on a stick.
It's nasty.
Right.
That's, I never understood why they left the worm in tequila. I guess
Right?
you'd have to be really drunk to go ahead and finish swallowing that thing, because that's just gross.
And most people do, because all the alcohol, a lot of the alcohol content is in the grub.
Well, yeah, because he died of alcohol poisoning.
Scott, is that a real thing?
Was
Slimy but satisfying. See?
That's gross.
that's just wrong, isn't it? I mean, I think you and I are on the same page, Phil. That's just wrong. That's just wrong on so many levels, The worm in tequila. I think if you downed a bottle of tequila, I don't think you'd be in much condition to worry about the worm, But I don't very words for that scorpion one. Lollipop, I really don't. I'm lost for words. I mean, I thought deep fried Mars bars were quite bizarre, but obviously they're down there. They're nothing.
It's like, do you want scorpion on a stick or Mars bars?
I've seen. I was fact, was it today? I saw it. It was one of these. It was a market. I don't know if it was China or Thailand or something like that.
There you go. There you go.
Tarantula.
Is that
Gross.
There you go.
is that a real tarantula?
Yes, that's been coated in chocolate.
I remember.
These things actually exist. I'm disturbed.
Cheese with maggots in it.
No.
See what I started?
Yes, thank you. I won't be able to eat for days.
We may be talking about the paranormal, but somehow it's turned into a food show.
That's right.
I think I'd rather eat haggis at this point.
Oh no. Steve, I need to ask, how did you end up eating cheese with maggots? Had it just been in the fridge too long or something?
I think it's an Italian thing, is it not?
It's pure grasshoppers, nowhere near as nice as Daddy Longlegs, or that's Steve again. But so you wonder who came up with the idea of covering these insects in chocolate and eating them. Even a tarantula,
I mean, who's sitting around going, "Yeah, that grasshopper would be good," but you know what? Dip it in chocolate.
Yeah.
Well, let's put a lollipop stick up that scorpion's butt, and and try eating it. It's just, as I say, I was watching a program, and it was Thailand or something like that. It was one of these big open air markets, and you get they're cooking all the way along, and this woman had this massive big. It was like a flying saucer, the size of this dish, and she just threw a whole load of. It looked like cockroaches onto it, and she was cooking them. Obviously to sell them, and it was just totally gross. What about cockroaches, Jax? Would you ever one of them? Maybe.
If it was properly cooked, maybe.
Ew.
That actually resembles something you'd go and see a doctor with, doesn't it?
I am never eating cheese in my life again.
Yeah, blame me. It's all my fault.
Oh,
I'll tell you, you know, you were saying earlier on about you getting the RV and, you know, travelling in, you know, the country and what have you. I would love to come and see you eating out.
yeah. Maybe a whole lot of McDonald's.
You know, Vale, you'd be maybe a Big Mac and that, and Jackson maybe. No, you're all right. There's a field over there. I'll go and get something out there. You know what I mean? Oh no. I mean, all due respect to you, buddy, for, you know, trying. I would never ever dream of trying any of these things, especially the grasshopper thing. You know, so, you know, if I had a hat, I'd take my hat off to you for, you know. Were you sober at the time?
I'm sorry?
Were you sober at the time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
And you know, what's Echo eat chocolate covered grasshopper. There we go. It wasn't that brand though. You know, what's okay. People think that stuff is gross, eating like chocolate covered grasshoppers or, you know, scorpion lollipops, whatever. But when you think about it, like I showed Vale a video of a man who bought a McDonald's cheeseburger and kept it in his closet for 20 years and pulled it out, and it looks just as fresh as it did the day that he bought it 20 years ago. Now, think about that. What kind of preservatives are in that meat, in that roll, that would cease to have it rot and decay and be in pristine condition for 20 years, and you're putting that in your body? Think about that.
That's quite amazing. Isn't it? 20 years?
Yes. The only thing that was decayed was the pickle. Everything else, the cheese, the patty, the bun, no mold on it, nothing. It looked like it was a day old, except the pickle.
Did they eat it? Did they try it?
No.
I was just asking, you know, in case they a wee nibble to see what it was. It's a good ad for McDonald's, you know, sell-by dates and stuff, you know. You know, this burger will last you 20 years. That's quite. I'm going to need to look that one up. That's quite bizarre. I'd love to see what it's like. I mean, 20 years. Usually, we leave a loaf of bread open for 3 days, and it goes all hard. You know, you can snap it. No difference in eating meat. I don't know, Steve. I think I'd prefer a pork chop to a grasshopper, or a scorpion, or a spider.
Well, tomorrow night, Scott, you can have some crickets for your dinner.
Oh no, this. I mean, that's it. The smell. I mean, we've got a gecko, and we get crickets, and we keep them in a tub. We put bits of fruit in that, and obviously feed them. And I feed the gecko every 2 days, and as soon as you open the tub, now there's air holes all around the tub, what have you, to let air in and out. But as soon as you open the tub, just the smell is enough for me. And I don't get sort of squeamish, or it takes a lot to make me kind of squeamish. But the smell of the crickets. But now you mention the insects, Jack, I might just go in later on and have a wee sandwich. Just try some.
Yeah.
It's.
Yep.
There's Mario worms in there too, Scott. You can have one of them.
I would have it in the microwave. He's no kidding. He's English. He's not kidding. He would microwave that burger and eat it. I mean,
It might be
he's
like that one I had on the train.
uh, that's that's. I've quite enjoyed a wee food show this evening.
But you did.
What about you, Vale? What's the most bizarre thing you've eaten?
Haggis.
Haggis. I agree with you there.
That's gross.
It's not good.
There you go, Scott. That's your dinner for tomorrow. I've got a couple of them in the cupboard.
No, you're all right. You're all right. The most bizarre thing I've had was years ago. I knew these Polish people, and I was at a party one night, and one of them brought out this tub, and I can only describe it as raw fish and chicken soup. That's the only way I can describe it, you know. And I took a bite of it, and it was absolutely vile. But you're at a party, and there's a lot of Polish people there, and they're saying, "Oh, you try this. This is, this is nice stuff." And so you're like that. You kind of tune it, and you're saying, "That's really nice. That's really nice." You know. A couple of days later, one of them brought a tub into the work with it for me. There was a Polish shop near where I lived, and he went in and got a tub of this stuff. And it was just like raw fish and chicken soup. As I say, it probably was the chicken soup, but it resembled chicken soup. And I was like, no, I couldn't eat it again. But it's maybe Nicole will know what I'm talking about. She's in Belgium, but I think that's kind of near Poland. Maybe she'll know what I'm talking about.
Help us out, Nicole.
The other Nicole. This stuff was absolutely disgusting. I mean,
Nicole K.
She might know the name of it. So if he's got a type of RV in mind or anything, is it just whatever he's end up with?
Yeah, I think just wherever we end up. Of course, the big thing is actually going to be purchasing the RV, and then I've got to like downsize all this. So yeah, so we're just gonna where we end up. Drive for a day, park it, drive for 2 days, park it, start looking on maps and looking up haunted history of things. And, then if people want to collab with us on Facebook or something and we're in the area, we'll be throwing stuff out, hey, we're here, you want to do something? That's just how it's going to work. And we'll just everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen, a lot of RVs in America, and some of them are just massive. Absolutely huge. He's going to get a kind of logo or something on it, or is that just?
Right now, I'm kind of looking into the smaller version, kind of like a 27-footer, with a over cabin bunk and maybe, a queen bed in the back. Toiletries and kitchen, small kitchenette, something, I don't have to, like a gooseneck trailer. I don't want to have to pull nothing. Just like a little small U-Haul truck or something like that. That's, easy maintainable. And, Jacks wouldn't have to get like CDLs and stuff like that for the bigger airline, the streamlines and stuff like that. Yeah, a streamline would be really nice, but they're like up in 119, 130. If you get really up there, get some really nice streamlines. Mobile home on wheels really is what that is. I mean, you get them 2 bedrooms with big, nice sinks and loo rooms and dinettes and everything in them, expendables, But yeah.
There's like 3 bedrooms in it. 3 bedrooms and this thing and stuff like that, jacuzzi and everything,
Yeah, we're not going that far. We're just going to get a little bitty one. I hope to have it spray painted black with our logos on it would be really nice. Start collecting stickers from everybody that we collab with, and we'll plaster them on the back.
It sounds, I'd love to do it. It sounds amazing just to be able, to go. Have you got a first destination in mind, or do the two of you want to sort of go to the same places, or do you think that might cause a wee bit of, I want to go here, no, I want to go there?
I go where the wind blows. I mean, you see how we are. I don't care. Drive, okay.
You say that. That's a good thing. I mean, you see, some couples and what have you, sometimes. No, I want to go here. No, I want to go there. And so they end up having a big debate of, what direction they're going. Are we going to go east or west? Or, because Missouri, is that kind of like in the middle sort of thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
In the middle. So I go up, down, over. Yeah, it don't matter which way we start out.
So we'll probably go like in a circle,
Mm-hmm.
and then branch out. But I mean, a lot of states have a lot of different, haunted locations, alleged haunted locations, I should say. So I mean, I can't say that every single location is haunted because I've never been there. So I mean, I've been to places that she's never been to, and vice versa. So it's like, we're both going to be learning. No, I mean, there's no such thing as an expert in this field. We're all learning. There's new equipment coming out all the time. So we just want to have fun with it and see where it takes us.
Yeah, and not only the big time name stuff. I would like to hit some of these little backwoods stories and stuff like that. Local legends, and look into some of those that people haven't heard before, or we haven't even heard before.
Mm-hmm.
What about the Winchester House? Is that going to be on your list? I know Sarah would love that one.
I know Jackson's been there. I haven't.
To where?
Winchester Mansion.
Yeah, I've been there. Yep.
That's my ultimate location.
There you go, Sarah. You can ask Jax a few questions on Winchester if you don't mind. Sarah loves it. She
I've been there. I've been at Alcatraz. I've been to the USS Hornet. I've been to the old Washoe Club in Virginia City, Nevada. Yeah.
So, what was your opinion on the Winchester House then?
It has some activity. It's not as bad as, the TV shows make it out to be. Oh my God, it's so haunted, this, that, and the other thing. It's got some activity.
But it's not as haunted as the tools say.
Right. See, whenever I go, I go to these big time places, like Alcatraz and Winchester Mystery House. Be perfectly honest, I get more activity going to a private residence.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, I've done a couple of lives on the Winchester House. I think I don't know much about it, even though I've done the lives. I think it's a fascinating place. What about Alcatraz? Is Alcatraz really as spooky as they say it is?
It, like I said, it has some activity.
Mm-hmm.
Even that place has some activity. Like I think it was Cell 12 in solitary confinement. That was the most haunted cell, they claim.
Mm-hmm.
I was in there. I didn't feel nothing. I went in there and conducted an EVP session with my digital recorder. I caught nothing. But then again, that happens.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's true. So 10 teams might go in and get nothing, and somebody else goes in themselves and they pick up loads of stuff. As we said all along, it's down to spirit whether they want to talk to you. I would love to do Alcatraz, but I would really. It's a place I've always been fascinated with, including the story about the guys that are meant to have escaped. It was never, never. I don't think they've proved to this day whether they actually did make it or not. Obviously, where it's situated, some wrecking the bodies could be carried out to sea. Then they say there's evidence to suggest that these guys actually made it to the shore.
I think they made it.
You think they made it?
I think they made it.
Yeah.
Because there's pitches, there's a couple pitches floating around out there that looks very familiar.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like two of the guys, the two brothers. Yep.
Was it three or four of them?
It was three.
Three of them.
It was supposed to be four, but one chickened out and backed out. I forget what his name was.
I think if you were serving a life sentence, I think, if somebody offered you the chance to try and swim, was it called the bay? Was it the bay they call it? Swim the bay? I think I would take the chance in doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the kind of most haunted place you've been to?
A famous place or just regular?
No, just in general.
I would say S.K. Pierce Mansion in Gardner, Massachusetts.
That's where Salem is, isn't it?
It's up near Salem, yeah.
Well, what happened to you there?
I get pulled off of a flight of stairs, and my feet never hit the ground, and I hit the wall, and I put my back into the wall. It actually embedded myself in the wall.
Right. Who is it? Sorry, carry on.
Big handprint right there. Bill's seen the pictures.
Mm-hmm. There's also a video somewhere out there floating around of you actually, disappearing from the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went down on my left side.
Mm-hmm.
But 2 days later, I had this big old handprint on my right forearm.
Did you maybe a daft, maybe a stupid question, but did you feel yourself getting grabbed and dragged, or did you just go?
No. And if you study that video, and I've looked at it and looked at it and looked at it, I must have looked at that video about 1,000 times. And I went down on my left side. I can't explain that. Other than, I'm sorry?
Sorry, who is it that said to, haunting there?
Yeah. I mean, I did. There was it doesn't even look like I was pulled from this side. I just went.
Mm-hmm.
People make fun of me because I literally played Superman going down those stairs. I went from the top step right to the bottom. My feet never touched another step.
Did you get anybody saying that you were faking it or anything? Did you get anybody accusing you of faking it?
No, I couldn't. Excuse me. I couldn't. I couldn't walk, and I had to skip work for a week after that.
Because I've seen a few videos, like ghost shows and whatnot on YouTube, and people claim to be attacked and thrown downstairs or thrown against the wall, and you watch them and you can tell that's total fake, and but to actually get it to happen to you in real life. So how did you feel after? Did it freak you out? Did it, make you think twice about going back out and investigating again? Or
no, I went back within 3 weeks after that incident and did the whole thing all over again, except minus falling down or being pulled off the stairs.
You must have it out this time.
Fearless leader. That's why they call me that.
Well, that's it. If something's going to put you, that's the reason to do it. If something's going to put you off dead easy, then what's the point of doing it? So you're travelling around. That's going to have to obviously be put on hold, is it not? Because of what's going on now.
Mhm.
Is that not going to put a damper on your plans, kind of thing?
Well, until I get the ERV, we're kind of, we're not really going to be on hold. I mean, we'll still be doing investigations. It just won't be from the RV.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I got to purchase and think about. That's a lot of money going that direction. But yeah, we're still going to be, I'm pretty sure, starting the Shroud of Darkness up in last part of November.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Are you going to do the river together?
Yeah, I'm going to take him to the river because he's never seen the river. So all the points of interest I've already been to, you're probably going to be re-seeing those as a team in a new, different way. So yeah, because I want him to experience, Indian Hill, the river, a lot of these haunted places around here that I've already been to. Let him see them and see how we work together at these places. And
that'll be interesting to see if Jax picks up, different from what you picked up. Obviously you had the third one, you had your sort of a body in the river and what have you, so it'll be interesting to see how you compare with your video as when you're working as a team. So you need to go there first. You could go tomorrow basically, then maybe do a wee video because I really enjoyed the river videos. They were really good. So if both of you haven't got any plans for the next couple of days, why don't you go to the river and have a wee wander about?
He won't be here till last part of November.
All right, okay, all right. Well,
yeah, I'll go to the river for you. If you want me to go to the river, I'll go to the river for you.
If you can't do that, be so just don't go in the river.
I won't go in there.
Just kind of stay out of the river. I don't know what it was about the 3 videos that attracted me so much. I don't know. But I've watched a lot of stuff, but I don't know, for some reason the river ones just the how do you put it? It was weird. It was just like you were drawn to watch. You had to watch these videos, kind of thing. Really, really strange. And I've watched them a couple of times since then as well. I don't know why. It's nuts, I'll probably watch a Mabel Manor one again later on as well. Maybe.
Did you catch the end of the end one of Fort Charles where I actually took a river ferry across that river?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, it was kind of loud because the boat, the tug was right there by my car, so it was like really loud. There was not much I could do about that. Maybe roll up the window, but you couldn't see the river. But
no, it was really, really the scenery as well, and you get even just watching it on a video, you get the feeling you get. It's kind of if it's pulling you in, if that makes sense. Just so it must be more intense actually being there, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I love being on the river, and Mississippi. I mean, it's just a plus bonus.
So get yourself back down to the river, folks. Jack, you'll need to wait till November or whatever. Till you can get there. But it's been a good wee chat, even though we had a wee food show during it as well. I'm going to go and try some crickets tonight, maybe. Dip them chocolate, maybe.
Just let me know how those go. If all else fails, I will get your address and I will mail you some scorpion mealworms. I got ranch and sour cream and onion, I think is what we have down here at the store. And I will mail them to you, and you can try them on a live feed just so we can watch.
Oh no, I don't want to participate in that, I'm afraid. Scott.
Is that a challenge?
No, because I'm not eating one.
Have you sent me what's the weest thing? A grasshopper would be the weest one, wouldn't it?
You get 25 grasshoppers.
The smallest bug. you can find dipped in chocolate, then I'll try it. But don't go out and find me, was it, a big ass grasshopper or something like that? Do you know what I mean? You know, go out for
A locust.
like that. I've said you the bit of the ways one I can find it is what that is the size of a foot or something like that, you know. A very, very small one, I will accept that challenge, but, you know, like that, you know, at the end of a pin. I'm going to sort of wind up. That's an hour and a half. Thanks very much for coming in, Vale, and Jax will get us back on again if that's all right. Maybe for a fashion show or something next time, since we've done the food one. Maybe fashion stuff.
Okay.
But thanks for being in the chat. We might go to Paranormal Underworld and True Vale Paranormal's channels and a new one, Shrouded Darkness. Keep an eye out for that, but definitely check out Vale's Halloween video because it's amazing. Amazing.
I do play all characters.
Apologies for the granny picture. I never chose it. As I say, if you'd let me know, I'd have sent you one for the, her glamour modelling days, when she was 65.
Okay. Might hit you up for one of those.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I've had a couple of people nipping my ear thinking there's something wrong with me or something, because of the wigs and stuff. Actually, I'll tell you this. This is before we go. This is without a word of lie. Sarah had to go out and buy me makeup yesterday.
I did, because before that he'd been using my makeup, right? And you can't even see my box, it's got shoes on it. But I've got quite a large collection of makeup. 6 bottles of foundation we went through with Granny in the last couple of weeks.
I won't use a lot of foundation.
So I was like, no, I'm not having it anymore. Get to the store, buy your own. End of story.
So thanks everybody for coming in. You just hang on the panel just a wee minute too. I want to explain the story of Granny to Jax actually, but doing private, you know what I mean? In case he's wondering what the origins of Granny. So thanks everybody in the chat for coming in, and I think we're back live on Monday. So we see you then. So have a good weekend and stay well and stay safe. Thanks, Vale. Thanks, Jax, for coming in as well. So take care, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.